Lisa.
I'm Rufus.
And it's just a Saturday check-in. So we're at the market. Saturday chicken.
It is Saturday chicken.
That's our chicken. We're going to eat that in a minute. So I don't know whether you've seen the last video that we did, the weigh-in video that's just gone up from this week. But we've changed things around, or you've changed things around, haven't you? So Rufus is now only having 10 sins. You've cut out a lot of bananas and grapes and a lot of like sugary fruit. So how are you feeling now you've done this?
I feel alright. I feel like I've got a lot more energy than I used to. Like I say, I dropped within 6 days, because I got weight. It was 6 days from my last weigh-in, and I dropped 5.5 pounds in that time.
Which is really good. That's a lot, isn't it?
Good for me.
So what difference has it made in like how you eat?
I've not actually been feeling quite as hungry. So at night time, I used to get up in the night feeling really hungry and get up and go and look for snacks, and I've not been doing that as much at all now. So I say there's something to do with once your body gets to a certain weight, that it's kind of like you put food in, and like most things, like if you fill a bottle of water, obviously it's going to be a cut off, because otherwise it's all going to overflow. Your body eventually will get like that as your weight goes lower. Supposedly, I've been, like I said, watched people do videos about when you get to a certain weight and you reduce your weight and reduce that. You can do, but your body will also get to a point where it starts, when your tummy's full, it will just have a switch off, and it will just go, oh, I'm full, I can't eat anymore. And I used to be able to go, oh, I can't eat anymore, and then 5 minutes later, oh, well, I'll just finish the rest of my plate, and I'll just, if I couldn't eat it all in one go. But now my body gets to a point where it goes, actually, I'm really full, I don't want any more tonight now. And
stomach shrinking a bit.
I think so, possibly, yeah. So, like I say, I've not been eating quite as much as I used to, but I will eat, like I say, one large meal a day, and then snack other little bits, and then I have my treats in the evening, a bit of yogurt and a bit of fruit, and that's it pretty much.
Do you feel better for it?
A lot better. I think, like I say, bananas weren't doing me any good. If it meant I could have a banana every day and then only lose £1 a week, I would rather not have so many bananas during the week.
Well, this goes on to something that we've touched on in other videos, isn't it? As to like the reason. Do you want to talk about that? As to like why we're losing weight? So I'll explain for me. So as we talked about in previous videos, we are a trans couple. So Rufus was assigned female at birth, I was assigned male at birth. Obviously neither of us identify that way. So Rufus is a man, I'm a woman, and we are both waiting for surgeries, which sounds really flippant, but in my case, my journey with the genital so far has taken 6 years. I've got an appointment, so they've messed up with my referrals and things, and it's all gone completely tits up really. But they've managed to fix things, so I've got an appointment with my surgeon in August.
They rearranged that appointment like 3 times, and you've made it so that you got less weight and less weight.
But now it means I've really got
September, or end of September, or whenever it was, and then it was like beginning of September, and then it was like end of August.
No, it's middle of August. So I've got literally, as we're filming this, I've got about 5 weeks to get as much weight off as possible, because there are BMI limits. Now, I'm not anywhere near surgery dates or anything like that, but it does mean that I've got to think about these things. So it's a bit annoying at the moment that I seem to be on my 1 to 1.5 pound sort of weight loss thing. It doesn't really come off much.
So I've got 2 weeks before my next appointment there.
3.
About 2 weeks now, just over 2 weeks.
Yeah. So Rufus has got an appointment as well. Do you want to talk about what yours is?
Mine is a re-referral for chest surgery. So the last time I came away from the service, it was because I needed to reduce my weight, so they could put me through for top surgery, for the chest surgery. But now it's a case of where I'd come away, you have to have an opinion for the surgery. So any surgery you have through the gender service, you have to have an opinion for that. So if they say yes, it's fine, you go through there. Obviously, they speak to you about it all, and then if all goes well, they put you on a surgery list. So you pick the surgeon, they put you on the list. Obviously, I still need to reduce my weight a little bit more. I'll probably still have a few months or more waiting. Maybe I'll have 6 months or so after I go through this appointment, so before I would actually get to the point of surgery. But obviously I still need to reduce my weight as much as I can, obviously to get my opinion, just to make sure they know I am obviously getting my weight down.
Yeah, and this is it, like same in my case with the surgeon. So the surgical appointment, the initial consult is in August. I'm not going to be in any way, shape or form ready for surgery for another 2 or 3 months at least, because I have to have electrolysis. So my surgery is the vaginoplasty, and I've got to have electrolysis and hair removal from the entire surgical area. So that is but that is exactly where you think it is, and is as painful as you think it is. But so that's likely to be, for me, it's likely to be early part of next year, we're thinking, isn't it? I mean, we're no more after sort of middle of next month. But this is why we're sort of really mindful of it. And also just because when we came off plan, with everything that happened a couple of years back and the nightmare that we had, we weren't in any fit state to do plan, were we? It was just, because neither of us really drink, neither of us really do any drugs or any sort of stress release like that, do we, particularly? So basically it meant that the stress eked out in food, which we've spoken about before. And we'll probably do a video on.
We can't get away from food, do they? So it will always be, there will always be all these, weight loss people that help you.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, we've talked about it. It's like, if you've got an addiction to cocaine, you just don't go near where people are using cocaine. If you've got an addiction to alcohol, you don't go in a pub. If you've got an addiction to food, you can't exactly go, oh, I'm going to avoid areas where food is, because everybody's eating all the time.
So we go to our support group, and sometimes people will turn up and then go, oh, I've just bought this, McDonald's, or I'm come in and eat it in front of us, and it's like people don't realise that, for some of us it is.
And then there's us sat there with a cinnamon roll meal that we bunged in the microwave, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so that's sort of the reasons that we're doing this. It's why we're quite committed to it this time round. I personally am still having wobbles. I've still got issues with food. I have thought of it as sobriety, but then when I've had a moment this week where I just ate shit for the sake of eating shit, I now mentally have to pull all that back. Again, I self-sabotage this every week. I need to work out what's going on in my head. To work out why I'm doing that, but it is really difficult.
I don't know where I've got my willpower from.
You just separate things in your head. You're able to like compartmentalize. Like that chocolate is for the dogs, or not for the dogs. That chocolate is for us, but it's 9 sins for a whisper and 5 sins for whatever else. Whereas I just look at it and go, chocolate. So it's just a different way of doing it, isn't it? But no, I think hopefully this time round things are sticking. As I say, if it wasn't for the fact that we've got deadlines in place, I'm quite happy with a 1 to 1.5 pound loss, because I think it's sustainable, and for me that's really important. It's like, as long as I come in every week with a loss, it will keep me on plan. It's like when I hit my plateau stage, that's when I'm going to worry a bit. But we sort of, you've got your 2 stone award, haven't you? And I'm at 1 stone 9 now. No, you're at 2.5 stone, yeah. So you're 4 pounds away from your 3 stone, I think, yeah. So we're sort of we're ticking along. The thing I keep saying, that Rufus loses it twice as fast as me, is again panning out as being quite accurate, apart from the odd week where we have a blip. But obviously I do still have my wobbles, so I need to get that under control.
Some people find it a bit easier than others. It's not easy. You've got to say, you have food around you all every day, walk past food, go past restaurants. You've got food that's sitting in the fridge, and
have cupboards, drawers full of chocolate. It doesn't bother you, but it's
Don't bother me, stops me eating it.
Big, whereas for me, I know it's there, so I eat it. It's a real issue. But we are talking about putting it in a pirate chest thing, aren't we? That we've got, and then
lock it all away.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, because otherwise I will wobble. And if I have chocolate, it then triggers me to want more. So it's like you with cake. So, but it is difficult. But yeah, we're still ticking over. We're still doing really well.
So the really weird thing is, you know, people can lose weight, but it actually takes you sort of time before like you kind of your head catches up with what's going on, that you can lose weight faster than you realise.
What do you mean?
It's like I can lose weight and then keep thinking, oh, I'm never going to fit into that. I'm never going to fit into those clothes. And usually, like I say, if you've been doing really well, you can fit into them, but my head still tells me I can't.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Takes a little while to adjust to being slimmer.
Yeah. You look at yourself sitting in a car or wherever, and you look down and you think, oh, I can see the top of my legs now, and I can see, and it's like really odd.
See, I haven't had as many shifts as that. I've had there's a few bits where I go, oh, I can fit into that dress now. But I haven't had a lot of those non-scale victories yet, because again, it's a lot slower for me. But anyway, we just wanted to really just check in and see how everything was going and just explain, because I said we'd do a video about our reasons. So we're both looking at surgery, hopefully for both of us before next summer, aren't we? So that this will be the last summer of being sweating hot. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. That's the goal. There's a few wrinkles in that you've got quite a bit more of an extreme BMI target than I've got, and also my surgeon is actually retiring next year. So we think by the end of next year.
Anyway,
yeah,
so they'll do the same procedures as when he does
similar.
retire.
But yeah, so it's difficult. So we've both sort of got targets and stuff. So it's a hard journey, but I think the blessing that we've got is that we've got each other, even though we can bicker occasionally, and it's like the stress leaks out, doesn't it? It does. I think the stress leaks out. It's quite stressful going through this, especially when we're running support groups in 3 different cities, getting involved with Rufus is doing some police training work, and some police volunteer work that is about to start. I'm doing some training bits and pieces as well as the transmission stuff. So we've got a lot on as well.
I know. I'm teaching the police how to do training stuff.
I know. We are. So yes, there's a lot on, which keeps us busy, but also I think sometimes it means that we don't deal with stress very well. We don't sort of.
I'm alright if I kind of prepare, and I'm not kind of just thrown into something. If I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm comfortable doing that, I said it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I would say, I would hazard a guess, just from our patterns and from what we know of it, that I would say both of us are at the lower end of the autistic spectrum. Just because we're not very good with change, are we? We're not very good with suddenly we're going to do this. So sometimes I'll be in the car and I'll say, there's a farm shop there, should we go to the farm shop? And he'll be like, what are we doing?
If I know where we're going, what way we're going, and all the rest of that, it's not like, oh, we're heading that direction, or where's that?
And I get quite stressy as well when things change. If it's not under my control. It's not a control freak thing, it's literally my brain I mentally prepare what's going to happen, and so step A follows.
The chicken was lovely. I've left the skin and half the chicken food.
Okay, so I was talking, but I basically as long as I know that C follows B, which follows A, and I can plan where to start with A, and so I know the pattern I'm on, then I'm okay. But yes, dear. Anyway, is that your hint that I need to eat so we can get on with the next bit and go outside and get some vegetables? Yeah, you do. So then we will go. Hopefully, everyone at home watching this, on your phone watching this, on your tablet, on your computer, whatever, is doing well.
So I don't know if anybody else knows about this place. There's a vintage thing or something.
It's a vintage thing. Yeah, if you hear the music in the background, it's not that because we're old, we're listening to old folky music. I shouldn't say old folky music because it's classics. Anytime,
Easy listening,
night or
isn't it?
day. Yeah, easy listening.
Easy
This is the stuff that Mum used to listen to all the time. Gee whiz.
It made sense in days, and nowadays the music just got something different.
A little bit. Anyway, we will see you on another video. We just wanted to do a quick check-in, and it's already been 15 minutes, so it's not really a quick one. But we did say that I did say that we would talk about our reasons and give you an update. So there we go. We've done that now.
The only thing I said, a massive thing, is like nearly 3 stone. Obviously, you know, getting into my 3 stone. I said that I feel like before the week before we started Slimming Well, I could like do a couple of things during the day and be absolutely exhausted and go, oh, I'm done for the day, and then end up sleeping early and sleeping in late in the morning. And now I've got to the point where nearly 3 stone lost, and actually I can get up, do loads more things during the day and not feel so exhausted and still have a lot more energy.
Yeah, you've got a bit more energy now.
I have now.
Well, it's partly also we're clean eating, so everything we eat is super fresh and healthy and all the rest of it. You know, apart from the odd rotisserie chicken, everything that we either cook ourselves from scratch, or I mean, this week we've done barbecuing a lot and salads because the weather's been so nice. So yeah, so we've really enjoyed it.
Today we come down the market and we bought like 3 pieces of fish for £10, 3 sea bass.
3 whole sea bass, which we've got them to fillet.
I just said, can you fillet it for us? They filleted it all and it looks absolutely lovely.
Yeah, so we got 6 really nice sized fillets.
Sort of, it's like sort of as if the consistency of meat, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
it's a meaty fishy fish. It's nice.
We're going to whack it on the barbecue. So that would be nice.
Yeah. So then, we will see you on another video, yeah, let us know how you all going. Let us know what your reasons for being on plan are, yeah, any tips and advice on how I can deal with this eating disorder bollocks because it's doing my head in.
So other than like say locking all the fridge, locking all the cupboards and everything, what you
can't do because there's always triggers. So how do you deal with it if you've got the same issue that I've got, which is that food is an addiction trigger? Anyway, we'll see you on another video, and as we always sometimes but always say, happy swimming.